Hello, this is Alan from Group 10. And before I get started, I have something to say beforehand that we actually have the same topic as Group 3 because when we check the Google Sheet to see that what topics are left for us to present, there was only one person of Group 3 had typed the topic, so we didn't see it. And to prove that, we have done our slide and prepared for presentation. I still need to record this and upload this because we had put a lot of effort into it. And in the next presentation of course project, we will change our topic into C3, which is the interviewing candidates. And this is November 10th now, so actually we don't have enough time to do another topic, so I have to record this. And my name is Alan, and my teammates are Gabriel, Mark, Zan, and Bashnil. And there's actually another one called Liang Jiaxiang, but he didn't do anything. He didn't join our discussion, or he didn't find any resources in terms of the presentation, so it does not deserve to be on the list. And our topic is reduce stress by developing good social relations. And here's our outline. The first one is to research motivation, and the second one, scientific evidence, action ideas, and alternative view. And for research motivation, because we have a lot of stress, such as academic performance, like most of us are college people, so we have to finish our credit to graduate from the college, and a lot of people want to get higher score because they want to apply for a grad school, so this is very stressful. And the second one is the expectations from other people, such as family or your friends or your relative, because a lot of people expect us to go to grad school after studying the college, or want our salary to be high enough to feed the family. And the third one is the lack of social relation. If people are lonely, they might feel very stressful. And our goal is to discuss why and how the social relations can actually relieve the stress, and what is the mechanism to it. And the first one of scientific evidence is that social supports increase stress resilience by enhancing the ability to optimize the neurochemical stress response, which means if you face the stress, the people have social support will have more flexibility, or can deal with the stress in a more proper way than the one who does not have any social support. And the second one, people lacking of social contacts are more likely to contract a disease. The social isolation and low level of social support have been shown to be associated with increased morbidity and mortality in a host of medical illness. For example, in the well-known studies, men and women without ties to others were 1.9 to 3 times more likely to die from heart disease or any kind of disease and any kind of cancer. And this is a reference. And the fourth one, interacting with other people, it triggers your body to release hormones that create a sense of calm and other positive feelings. So interacting with people will, in a scientific way, make you feel happier and make you feel optimistic. And the fifth one, the other benefits of social support, such as increased happiness, ease the pain and loneliness, and make you feel that you are being understood by the others, or offer new perspective and add in problem solving. So you can deal with your problem in a more proper way and a more reachable way, and adding meaning to your life so you will not feel that you are pointless and meaningless in this world. And this is a video we have found that related to social support and stress.
Let's say that you had a really bad day at school or at work. What is one of the first things that you would do when you got home? Maybe you would call your parents or meet up with friends or reach out to people online. You would turn to your social network for social support in times of stress. But social support doesn't just come from our close friends and family. It comes from everyone that we reach out to and everyone that we get support from. So imagine that this person is you, and let's try to get a sense of how your social network can provide you with social support. And keep in mind that individual people can play multiple roles and give you different kinds of support. And there are four main kinds of social support, or four kinds of support that we can provide for each other. The first one is emotional support. And this includes things like affection, love, trust, and caring. This is the kind of support that involves listening and empathizing. But it can also include physical things like hugs or pats on the back. And it's usually provided by those who are closest to you, so your family and your close friends. The next kind of support is esteem support. And this includes expressions of confidence and encouragement. Things that people say to let you know that they believe in you. And while this can also come from family and friends, it can also come from therapists or coaches or teachers. The next kind of support is informational support. And this includes sharing information with us or giving us advice. And like the other kinds of support, this can also come from your family and friends, but it also comes from that unknown person who wrote that WebMD article about how to deal with the flu. We also have tangible support. And that can include financial assistance, material goods, or services. Basically taking some of your responsibilities so that you can deal with other problems. And this kind of support can come from impersonal entities like a bank, but it can also include people who bring you dinner when you're sick, or someone who lends you money when you're between jobs. And I know I said that there were four kinds of social support, but I'm actually going to add a fifth now. And that's companionship support. And this is the kind of support that gives someone a sense of social belonging. It's companionship while you engage in an activity. And all these different kinds of social support can come from a ton of different places. Your family, friends, romantic partners, pets, coworkers. Also your healthcare specialists and community organizers. All of these different people form a social web around you that provides you with social support. And we happen to know that social support is actually incredibly important, because it turns out that social support is actually a major determinant of health and well-being. Well-supported people tend to live longer, healthier lives. People with high levels of support also experience fewer mental health issues, and are more likely to engage in healthy behaviors like exercise or not smoking. And it's hard to know exactly why this is, but it could be that social support helps to inoculate us against the effects of life's stressors. But what happens when we don't have a strong support network? It turns out that people with low social support tend to report more symptoms related to depression and anxiety. They tend to have higher rates of mental disorders and are more likely to have alcohol and drug problems. But I think the most interesting thing is that individuals with low social support actually have a higher risk of death from things like cancer and heart disease. And now that you're aware of all this, you probably see why it's important to pay attention not only to your own social support, but also to the social support that you provide for others. Because just as other people form a web of social support around you, you also help to provide support for everyone in that network.
So this video shows that social support is really important to all of us. And action ideas. In this presentation, we hope that we can encourage people to join a club or any kind of community activities So when you all feel a lot of stress, then you can cope with them more easily. And the second one is to seek the psychotherapy, because your family or friends are amateur, and when you face the really serious mental problem, then you need some professional help. And the third one is, if you have a lot of mental issue, then I suggest you to attend a lecture for better socialization so that you can interact and communicate with people in a more proper way so as to release your stress. And then alternative view. So we want to ask ourselves that, do social relations reduce stress for all of us? And the answer is that the mode of communication affects the social interaction. Like for example, if we talk to people in person or on the telephone, then we can convey our emotion because we can hear each other's sound and voice so as to reduce stress. And however, texting message is unable to deliver non-verbal clues, so people tend to misinterpret emotions, then which will increase stress. So the conclusion is that not all social inter not social not all social interactions relieve stress. And these are our references. And thanks for listening.